Special thanks to Toys and Things in Danvers, Massachusetts, Reaper Miniatures, Off the Wall Games in Hadley, Massachusetts, Games and Friends in Springfield, Massachusetts, as well as AAA Games Arena in Wilbraham, Massachusetts. If you enjoy the show, help the podcast grow. Give us a follow on Twitter at LordsBroken, join the community Discord, and maybe consider offering a small tribute to the old ones on our Ko-Fi. All these links and more can be found in our link tree at linktr.ee/The Broken Lords. Thank you.
Vega is laid out on his back.
Right, I was blown back a couple of feet after the boar started, yeah.
He's like probably 5 or 10 feet away from the boar corpse.
I am tending him immediately and assessing, like, what kind of a wound is it? How deep? Is he bleeding profusely? Are we concerned about infection? Probably.
I think as you're panicking over his corpse, he's like, that throw was pretty great, actually. Oh, my ribs, though. Oh.
There's definitely excitement around Phaedra, but make no mistake, this is not panic. This is action. This is like, okay, we're down to business, so...
So, you examine him. The gash on his side from the boar tusk is not too bad.
Okay.
But he might have a cracked rib.
That's a problem.
And it is a gash, and as you pointed out, you are in the jungle right now, so...
Okay.
I hate it when breathing hurts. Ricardo hates it when it's like that.
I know, buddy. Hang on. I'm trying to think really fast. Do I recall seeing anything as we were rushing here that might be antiseptic, disinfectant, like anything like that?
The bleeding is not a severe problem immediately, so if you can get someone to just put light pressure on it, you can try and scurry to the tree line, see what you can find.
Yeah, okay. Cole.
Yes.
Can you apply pressure to his... I pull out a rag. I might rip it off the hem of my dress. Who knows? Better than nothing. Just apply pressure there, and I will be right back.
Yeah.
And of course, not too much, because you think he might have a cracked rib.
Yeah.
Oh, the aesthetic appeal has declined drastically. I guess Ricardo thinks Coral, though.
Alright, so you run off to the tree line. There's a lot of flowers, there's a lot of plant growth. Give me a survival check to see if you can find anything.
Sure.
You hear as you go to the tree line, Ricardo just say, but you saw when I fucked up that boar, though, right?
We all saw it.
Sure did, buddy.
And it returning the favor.
Try to be chill.
Ricardo's sword is a few feet away from him, and it is like a little more than halfway down the length of the wood. It splits in, and that split runs towards the grip.
Oh no.
It is theoretically usable, but it is pretty damn close to broken.
On its last legs?
Yeah.
I guess I'll pick that up.
How big are the tusks on the big boar? On the big boy?
Oh god.
Oh, they're about as long as your forearm.
Damn.
Like elbow to fingertip, kinda.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
I have rolled 1 success.
You have rolled 1 success. You find some moss and some flowers that you can grind up and add a little bit of water, even spit in it if you have to make a paste that should theoretically be able to seal up the wound enough until he can get some rest, or you can come up with something better.
Okay. I strain my ears. Any running water nearby?
No.
Okay. What about that half fruit we were drinking out of? Is it even like moist? Is it something?
Those weren't closed on the top, so you guys probably dropped them, maybe even when you started running.
Right. Too bad. That would have been an okay bowl. Oh wait, we might have another one though.
She needs a bowl and she needs it quick.
Yeah, if you have an idea.
Can I clean out the top of a boar skull?
No, that would not be a quick process.
Not in the time needed.
Shit.
The skull's still attached to the body for the boars we have.
If we have like another oversized prickly pear-esque fruit with the hard rind, that would do it. And then the wet from the fruit might even be enough.
There's more of those trees around, so you can find one.
Okay.
It's literally just going to be the moisture in the fruit, though. It's not going to be
Yeah,
filled with water.
that's fine. It's something. I'm trying to avoid spitting.
Fair.
We just met, like it ain't like that. It's it's just a little weird.
I mean,
Ricardo cares nods for Ricardo's ribs hurt really bad.
That's fair. All right, so I will take the bone club and knock one of the fruit out of the tree. Bonus if it hits a rock and splits open a bit for me to get it started.
Yep.
And I'll just set about making some kind of paste, possibly even with
All right.
one end of the bone club, or probably a clean rock would be better. Something. I'll figure it out.
Okay. So, yeah, you make it back to him. His status has not changed much.
Well, that's good in a way.
And you would make a healing check, and the little ad hoc poultice that you've made is going to prevent there being a difficulty increase on this, which is nice.
I mean, I would also like to invest the just banked fortune point I got back, because now is not the time.
Is not.
It's not. So I rolled one success, and with the fortune point, that brings it to a total of 3.
Okay, so the harm is now treated. Yes. All right. So what that means is right now you are not taking any difficulty penalties from that injury.
But the wound's still there?
But the wound still exists. So if you take another harm before you have time to recover from this one, that harm comes back into existence.
Got it.
So ideally, you need to rest.
Yes.
Can he walk? Is his movement hindered in any way? Is that going to make it hard to get to the cabin?
Ricardo can manage.
Glad to hear it, bud.
Yeah, no, that's literally what treated means, Lid. There's no hindrance.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you have bind wounds, right? Doesn't that let you... Did you want to re-roll that 15 to see if you get another momentum?
Hell yeah, why not?
Hey.
Ooh.
10. There you go. All right.
Wanna
So
use
that was a total of how many successes?
That
That'd
brings
have
it
been
to
4.
That'd have been 4. Okay, so you can go ahead and bank 3 momentum on that.
nice.
All right. So Ricardo drags himself back up to his feet. If October wants to rewrap his makeshift sling, you can do that right now. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
You were hanging out anyway. So.
I was gonna look at his sword and see if I could maybe try and keep that up to date a bit.
Do you have a crafting talent that might help with that?
Good question. When making a craft test, I may either roll 1d20 or spend 1 dube to reduce the difficulty test.
Yeah. All right. In order to try and repair it,
I've got a bunch of raw pig leather.
you can make a crafting test to see if you can try and bind it to stop the split from running.
Yeah.
Difficulty on this, considering you don't want to waste too much time because you still want to get to the cabin before nightfall.
Yes.
And the sword's fucked up.
And you don't have proper tools, and the sword is shit quality to begin with. We're gonna say that this is a difficulty 3 test.
Okay.
There is a momentum spend
Mm-hmm.
to perform the task in half the normal time.
We have 3 momentum.
You also have your either or. You can either roll an extra d20 or reduce the difficulty of the test.
Look at that shit.
My shitty sword's now a less shitty but still shitty sword.
Your shitty sword is now a full-strength shitty sword.
You can probably get 2 or 3 bonks out of it instead of just the 1.
It's true. Ricardo needs to upgrade pronto.
Hopefully, if the cabin is safe, you guys can spend some time there making better gear.
Like a real bow. Oh.
Or how about any kind of armor at all?
Oh, who needs armor when you have a good bow?
No,
Some
Ricardo
real
needs
bows would
armor.
be nice.
Ricardo needs armor yesterday.
I am as naked as the day I was born, and all I desire is a better bow. I feel naked without it.
I understand what Octimer's saying here, but I also feel we all need to put Ricardo in armor. I
Ricardo
think we all
agrees.
need Ricardo in armor.
Ricardo 100% agrees with this. Let's beat feet, huh?
I hand the Zingaran back his sword.
Because you had to run with wild abandon, I am going to need another survival check, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. What is my difficulty?
Can I offer some input? Since I went looking for herbs, maybe I got a good look around and can get our bearings a little bit.
Okay, so give me an observation roll on this.
Okay, good. The thing I'm not skilled in. Perfect.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, who's coming in clutch with 2 unskilled
Look at that.
successes?
2 unskilled I love how unskilled is, like, just big in red.
Yeah.
Bolded.
It's really good. Alright, so 2 unskilled successes. You, while you were foraging, noticed that there was enough of a gap in the canopy that from a certain spot, you could actually see the plateau. Just a little bit of it, just in a gap in the tree cover. So you're going to take Octomer over there. That will orient you. So just give me a survival with 1 bonus die.
Okay.
And we'll see if you can plot out a path for these guys.
Wow.
Look at that.
Got him.
We are so done with
2
this
momentum
jungle.
for the pool. Unless you had a question for me, but I think all the obvious questions are answered.
Yeah,
so.
we're being chased by sentient pigs. There's deadly snakes coming out of lakes, and wizardry brought me here. How's my wife doing? Can I spend 1 momentum on that shit?
You don't want to know. All right.
This is bullshit.
Oh no. I forgot about that speedrun.
So, anyways, it only takes you guys a few more hours of travel because Octomer is able to plot out a very, very direct path. And the trees start thinning out, and the ground is more even, and it starts going on an upward incline. Eventually, you break from the tree line entirely.
Hell yeah.
And you see before you a raised area in the shadow of that massive plateau. And there is a small building that appears like it was mostly constructed from like deadfall lumber and thatch. It doesn't look like anyone's been living here recently, but the hut is in decent enough shape, and it may provide you folks with some shelter for a time. Also, on the raised open ground, there is a small, like, watering hole that appears to be spring-fed. The water is remarkably clear and cool. If anyone goes around to look behind the hut, like between the hut and the base of the plateau, there is a small garden plot, long since overgrown, and there is also a drying rack.
Yo.
For you crafty types, that would allow you to theoretically make, like, jerky, and it would also allow you to make leather, like actual proper leather, with time.
It's everything a girl could want.
Yeah, it is.
Ricardo snags a drink of water from the watering hole immediately. It's like late now, isn't it? Is the sun still up?
Yeah, the sun is going down. It's not night yet, but the sun is going down.
I am actually incredibly on alert because all of this just seems too good to be true.
Convenient.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of like eye Ricardo diving face first into the pool and just give him a quick...
You hear various gulping noises.
It's not poisoned, is it, Zingaran?
Well, we will know swiftly, I suppose. But I'm so thirsty.
I respect him owning his decisions.
Just gonna give him a quick chuckle.